In the future, Chrono is still stuck in the dungeon.
Welcome back, Space Cadets, to Hal and Dave's trip to Jupiter.
We're in Chrono Trigger, and we're about to get out of jail, hopefully.
As you remember last time, Chrono has gone to jail.
For reasons.
Certainly not for being innocent.
Yeah.
What kind of justice system is this?
Well, I had to take a timeout for about 3 days. Not good. But, we could get some other advantages here.
I appreciate that they actually have a sprite for him being imprisoned.
No, they don't have sprites for every little thing, but they do. They put in when they can, and there's the Kefka laughed.
It was.
Oh,
we got a guillotine and an Iron Maiden.
We got all the torture devices. Alright.
There's something hilariously dark about that guy squirming in the guillotine. Oh, and now we're up. Any last words?
I don't know. Buy me a sandwich, bitch.
What kind?
Turkey! I come to save you! Who the heck are you? Bulma! I mean Luca. Get out of my way!
I brought the roast beef sandwich. Oh, wait.
And that was Luca's first hit.
Zonker 38.
Yes. Alright, let's see if I have all my stuff. Yes, I do. Conveniently.
Very conveniently.
Ah, sweet. I got some.
He passed out.
Yeah, let's see if I can...
He's clearly not dead.
Well, I can equip stuff, so... Bronze mail.
Then again, I don't know if this was one of those games where they wanted to translate it so it was a little less violent, like, oh, they're not dead. But then again, we have the dude in the guillotine right here, so it might be a pretty direct translation.
So they're trapped there. Mid-tonic, cool. Let's...
Can we save him?
Yes.
That's nice. Although, maybe we'll find out that he was a terrible person who really deserved it.
Maybe. You're a lifesaver. I'm Fritz.
My dad runs a store in the Truce Village.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Yeah, I was about to say that given that this is a JRPG, he's probably not really a bad person. It seems like a JRPG trope where the government or the castle ends up being a bunch of bad guys you have to fight eventually.
Oh, yeah. Nah. This game kinda has that to an extent. So, let's see. Yep. Alright, sweet. Got an item.
Although, I remember playing the Tales of Symphonia, where it was kind of taken to the logical extreme, where the frickin' Pope was your enemy.
Basically. And he's dead.
Oh. They don't build knights like they used to.
Either that, or I'm just that good.
Well, you see, you're armed with a katana, which is clearly superior to any of their Western armor.
Hold it. I gotta go through here. There were other items down there. I can't skip out on the items.
I agree. There's probably something real useful you can get.
I go down. Okay, so
at least that's what I'm hoping.
I came through here, so I'm gonna hopefully get to my cell and get some stuff.
The prisoner is escaping!
I love this bridge battle scene here.
Oh, it's a legit battle.
Yeah.
That's interesting because you've changed to a side perspective.
Yep.
Are you just gonna wait for Chrono to get her? Nope.
I figured I want to see if Luca could kill him in one hit.
Well, I was curious for a moment. I was like, can he jump past her? Is the bridge too narrow?
No, he can go past her.
Yeah, clearly he succeeded.
Yeah, and I got tonic, so... Okay.
Yeah, just like the side shot of that castle that we passed by.
Oh, those are actual enemies.
Blue shield.
And they are...
They're little black dots behind the shield. Hypno wave. That didn't look successful.
No, I'm probably gonna have to use, Cyclone!
Cyclone! Ike!
Of course. Oh, come on.
They're clearly very resistant to physical.
Yeah, these guys, they don't have a lot of HP, though.
So, like, Flame Slash?
Yeah, so hopefully Flame Whirl. That should do... Exit! Fire!
One of them completely tanked it, and one of them got annihilated.
I'm just gonna attack this dude at this point because...
He can't have too much left.
14.
Oh, well, if we're doing 1 damage at a time, that might be a problem. He looks around nervously.
Oh, God, yeah. So...
He dropped his guard, that's what...
Yeah. So, at least I got...
Interesting enemy type.
Yeah, we don't fight a lot of those in this game.
That's something I always appreciate about JRPGs of this era, where they definitely try to kind of push the envelope as to what enemy behaviors are.
Well, that's one reason I like this game. It's, you know, it's so fun.
That didn't totally open?
Yeah, I think maybe there's like a gimmick to this one.
Kind of seems like it, because they're... I can't tell if that chest is supposed to be like half open or not over there in that room. So if you close that one, will that one open?
I'm checking. If not...
Our heroes don't have knees that they can bend at. They can't crawl underneath it.
No, they can't, unfortunately. So, hold it.
There is a little, like, kind of pet peeve of mine nowadays, and it's a very recent pet peeve. Because after playing Zelda Breath of the Wild, where you had such a tremendous amount of freedom as to where you could go and what you could climb, what you could do, that, that other games don't allow it.
Okay, I know the gimmick.
Huh? What'd you do?
Oh, well, I activated...
Did you do anything, or did you just...
No, I realized what... This guy came back to life, so...
Yeah.
Me, I am Skeletor!
I demand to live!
Descendant?
And as an undead life...
Who dies in one hit.
They did not spell descendant correctly.
Well, no, they didn't.
My mother was an English major.
So
I grew up constantly
being
spell-checked.
There's a hole, so I'm going to have to walk outside into there.
A hole?
Yeah, look, there's a hole in the wall. So at one point I'm going to be outside the castle and I'm going to be traveling around it.
Okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Yeah. So I just got to come back later. Oh, thank God, those things are dead.
Oh, yeah, that would be a big pain in the butt if they respawned.
Ah, sweet.
Yep, make sure to...
And this.
Yeah, definitely save. HP and MP, you chug the booze.
Of course.
I have
the
power!
I am the power. Up and up. Oh, God damn
This
it.
one seems to be the same.
Yeah, not so much. So, so there's going to be at least some gimmick there. Okay. We'll see. Alright, that means I just have to leave for now. Let's see.
Now, wait, are you hoping that you're going to get those back within this dungeon, or are we going to come back later?
No, this dungeon's only a one-off.
Okay, so it's within this dungeon that we have to get those.
Yeah.
Hello, Nightman.
Hey, Nightman! We like you! To die!
It's time to say good night.
One shot? Yes. What punch?
There is nothing my sword cannot cut.
Yes. My sword will cut his self-esteem. Alright. Oh, sweet. Ether. One of these is going to be a mimic, isn't it? I know how this works.
Does this game have mimics?
No. Okay.
No?
No, I was just nervous because I'm like, okay, this is just all treasures. One of them has to be it. Oh,
okay.
hey!
He was waiting for us. So you're the escaped con. Omicron? Omnicron.
He doesn't have a lot of HP.
I don't understand his name. He is the everything crone.
Alright.
Ooh, resistant to fire? Resistant to slashes.
Miss. Okay, so maybe I can just maybe it's just a regular attack.
Knock him around? That does damage.
Yeah.
So he's just immune to magic.
I guess, yeah.
Jerk.
So that's just damage. So I think Chrono can take him out in one hit now.
I mean, he looks like he has a lot of HP, but then when you do that much damage on hit...
Yeah.
They don't pay me enough for that. He's a punch clock villain.
Yeah, basically, he's just like...
Yeah, that would be me if I was like working for an evil organization. Some hero would show up and be all cool, and I'd just be like, they don't pay me for this. In fact, they don't pay me at all.
Why do I do this to myself? But yeah, like I said, so all the enemies are basically one-shots in this case. Well, as much as, like, they can be one-shots, so, you know.
I mean, I assume the game gets much more difficult later on.
It gets a little more difficult, but, you know, this game, especially the final boss, is difficult. Now, that one might be a special case of where I might do a bunch of leveling off-camera to get him to full level.
Really? He's that tough?
Genuinely, he's just easier to handle.
Okay.
Well,
because I was kind of wondering if the reason why this part's so easy is because they know that you don't really have a full party, and that later on they would provide a more balanced challenge.
Yeah, well, you also get a lot of different party members to work with. So, again, as I keep saying, you get a lot of work to work with eventually.
Well, you know what bothers me, though, is when you have JRPG Final... Not these guys.
I'm just going to move past... I'm probably going to have to face them again at some point.
Probably.
But, okay, yes, I can go.
What bugs me is when you have, like, a JRPG final boss that kind of requires you to have either level ground or to have discovered some secret items that you wouldn't normally find.
Sweet.
Because, you know, again, with the Xenogears stuff, there's some bosses late in the game, like, leading up to the final boss, and I think even the final boss, where you have to have found, like, the secret item shop and basically overclocked your gears, your mecha in that game, in order to deal with it. And if you haven't found that, you just get destroyed. No, wait. Okay, so this is an active time system. Is it possible to just, like, wait it out for them to drop their guard?
Yeah.
And you just sit there on the menu, and then you hit the attack button as soon as they open up?
Yep.
That's really cool, actually.
You might want to do a tech, so yeah. So that's what I usually do.
So I guess, like, click slash and go to the target menu?
Yep.
And then right as he opens up, hit the A button?
Basically.
Man, that wrecks them.
Yeah, that's the whole
That wrecks them good.
Well, like I said, this game has a lot of... That's kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to do active time battle system, to show that stuff off.
Yeah, you couldn't do that if you were just waiting on time.
Yeah, well, you maybe could. Alright, I'm going to the other section.
What's behind that door?
Don't know. But that seems like a final door.
I guess so, yeah. I agree.
So I'm going to go to the other side to explore.
I definitely have those moments where I see a big door and I'm like, better make sure I check everything else first.
Ah, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh, hey. A hole in the wall.
Exactly.
Wait a second. So you like, climbed the wall?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I thought you were just gonna, like, fall off.
Nope.
So wait, can you climb to the left? Because there... Oh, you can climb down that.
Yep.
Okay.
And boom. Found the
Okay, so
treasure.
you got a shelter.
And
Which, not the most rare of treasures, but
Yeah.
still pretty nifty. Ooh, okay, so we're in here now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's why I was like, okay, yeah. That's what... And
Yeah, that's some good, solid adventuring.
yeah, so I was like, let's take advantage of stuff.
Got a load... Hey, set
Yeah,
sword!
that's also why I didn't want to get it. But let's see if I'm actually... Let's see if it is still... Oh, yeah.
It's still better?
Yep, it's still better.
See, this is just emphasizing my philosophy with JRPGs these days. Or just RPGs in general, where I tend not to buy weapons, and rather I just go out into the field and find ones.
Yeah, that's fair. That usually is actually not a bad solution to things. But yeah, as you can see, this is one of those things of, like, yeah. And boom, there's a slight little puzzle element to this, so, you know.
Okay, I get it. So you can only climb straight up and down, and you have to find where the platforms let you off?
Yep.
But you can step off to the left and right.
Yeah, basically.
Okay, so that's a little different than what I thought it was.
And boom. And that was
And
worthwhile.
we're back. That was very worthwhile. Yeah, I think it was like Xenoblade that actually really ingrained that in me, where I would start to buy weapons at the shops, and then I go out into the field and kill some special monster and get something way better. I'm like, it was not worth it to buy that item.
Yep.
Oh,
God,
he's dead.
he's dead.
A top secret document.
Yes, let's read it.
Dragon Tank Owner's Manual.
Oh, God. Okay, so this is actually giving us tips on how to take care of a boss.
The tank head repairs body damage. It contains a shield that prevents... Unless the head can be defeated, the tank is impenetrable. So we have to destroy the head.
Yeah. So,
Which, fortunately, is not that complicated of a strategy that you couldn't figure it out on your own.
Oh, man, I found 5 tonics. That's so convenient.
That's very... Okay, so I'm going to guess that we're about to fight that tank. The aforementioned tank.
It's Tank!
What was that?
I think it's a tank, Luca. How could a tank be up here? So
the bridge is clearly wide enough for this dinosaur tank.
Yep.
Forward, dragon tank, crush those rebels.
So you actually have a couple options to hit. So that means
are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
So let's see. Attack the head.
Now, would it always say that the head repairs damage?
Yes. So you want Flame Toss. Now I don't Hypnotoss. I used the wrong thing.
Useful.
No, it wasn't. So slash. Okay.
How is the head repairing it?
It heals up.
It's made of nanomachines.
Yes, nanomachine, son.
Ooh, that looked like it hurt.
Probably did. Yep. I'm probably gonna have to use those mid tonics in a sec.
This actually kind of reminds me a little bit of some other Final Fantasy bosses.
Yeah.
There's like a Final Fantasy VII boss like this, right?
Yeah, basically. Let's use a tonic. Just to make sure I'm...
Actually, no, wait. Let's bring this back around to Xeno again, because there's totally a boss in Xenogears where you're fighting a mecha, and he's got his repair crew sitting right behind him, and you have to destroy the repair crew if you want any hope of defeating the boss.
Basically. Let's see, 145... So yeah, now this is a standard JRPG thing where it's like you have to hit the specific thing.
Well, I mean, Square kind of invented it seems like.
Oh, definitely. So, dang it.
I'm kind of sad these days. Like, I haven't played Final Fantasy 15. In fact, the last Final Fantasy I played was 13. But I actually enjoyed 13. I am totally willing to admit that it's a massive corridor.
Yeah.
But... I did enjoy the part where it kind of opens up and you have a lot of optional quests and they give you bounties and it's like, go kill these monsters. And it drove me a lot to upgrade the characters and explore their development.
Alrighty.
And it's too bad that the game was so linear up until that point. Because there was definitely a lot of interesting nuance that they created after that.
True. Now, the thing with the...
It just takes you like 50 hours to get there.
Well, isn't that just what, like... Ah, sweet. Got the tank head.
Oh, you broke its face.
Yeah. Basically. And now we can take care of it. So, slash.
I mean, what I'm kind of getting at is that I think Square has kind of become a victim of its own success.
Square really wants to focus on, like, basically being, like, this big AAA movie game thing.
That's what I'm saying is, and I noticed this because my first Final Fantasy ever was Final Fantasy 9, and I went straight from that to 10, and the difference between the two was immense. Because in 9, you had much simpler graphics, and every story bit was told by text blocks, but you had a lot of them, and you had a lot of cute personal moments where you got to know the characters. And then 10, everything had to be voice acted and motion captured, and so suddenly you didn't have those nice private moments where you got to know the characters. Everything was just a big Hollywood blockbuster action scene.
Basically, that's kind of one... Well, you can see what they were trying to do with Final Fantasy Spirits Within. They wanted to be that all the time.
Yeah. And that made me sad because the characters, even though the story was just told by little pantomimes and text blocks, the characters actually came much more to life for me in 9 than they did in 10.
Well...
I mean, part of it was that Titus was an idiot, but, you know...
And we,
because Titus figured out 40 hours in what I knew the entire game, and there's a big problem with that. Hey, we got it.
Yep. As you can see, like I said...
they got the dragon tank. Fix it quickly!
And Team Rocket's blasting down again. Oh, look, they're a bridge.
We're going to walk over them.
Yep.
My Final Fantasy X rant lasted just long enough to finish that out.
Yep.
I mean, unpopular opinion, I actually like 13 better than 10 because I think 13 just has a better story.
Dude, everybody has their preferences. I still really like 7, despite it being kind of like the poster child of overhyped games.
No, I mean, after actually playing 7, I appreciated what it did. But at the same time, I was kind of like 10 years late to the party. I think it was like... Because that game came out in like 1997 or 8, and I was playing it like 2007.
Look,
so I was just like catching up on things. Of course, then I played Xenogears, and I was like, oh man.
Hey, look, it's Luca! It's Marl!
This shit beats everything.
Nadia! Whatever your name is. You have boobs. All women are the same. No, anyway. Joking aside.
As a fan of boobs, I can tell you that not all women are the same.
You are correct. Father!
Silence, Princess Nadia!
What? Just because I have the title doesn't mean I'm not a person! As you can see, Disney princess.
That's interesting.
I didn't pick up anything. It's called common sense. Princess Nadia! No!
Yeah, well, I imagine King Man here is not used to having people say no to him,
Pretty
let
much.
alone his daughter.
Yep. Woo! Let's all go on an adventure together!
Don't just stand there after them! They grow up so fast.
Princess Nadia.
I appreciate that because you kind of see that underneath he cares for her, but
Yeah.
he's so used to like being king and putting on the strong king act.
It's true.
I mean that reminds me of, you know, the way I thought of when I was playing Breath of the Wild is you have these scenes with the king being all harsh and stuff, and then you can tell underneath
guys,
those words.
Here's how we solve everything in Chrono Trigger. Time travel!
We say fuck it and we go to a different timeline.
Yeah, you know. This time we're going to Timeline B. Which is the timeline where everyone is a mole rat. I'm joking, of course. That's the timeline where everything is on fire.
God, it's like that Futurama episode with the universe of boxes.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're going back in time, and we're gonna meet up with special friends along the way. Who will be our next special friend?
This is completely irrational.
Yeah, let's do it. Time travel! My name's
Oh man, Space Cadets, we're going for a ride.
Gonna take you for a ride.
I hate that song.
I know. Most people do.
They disappeared. Yeah.
Just look at how his mouth is open. It's like, oh.
His mouth is going down to his crotch.
He's just like, no. Everyone's gone. Mode 7! Anyway.
See, every time I see that, I just hear that, like, Zelda World Warp song from A Link to the Past.
Yeah.
Yeah, where did we end up? Where in space and possibly time have we
All
ended
right.
up? Find out next time, Space Cadets.
Yep.
On Hal and Dave's Trip to Jupiter.
We're in another world. We're in the greatest isekai of all time.
Nani?